I lived. Okay. Hold. Gotta help out Tom. He helped me out. Gotta help out Tom. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Land on the roof. I did not land on the roof. I gotta stick close, brother. Yeah. Stick close. Stick close. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Just give me what? It's your fault. You gotta throw up some kind of defense in that situation, man. Tom's the spectator. He punched him, it did nothing. You gotta charge up to 1x, bro. You can't just be throwing out jabs. Crab crush. Punch crabs to pick them up. Knock punchies into the goop to create crabs. Fall into the goop, you lose all your crabs. Okay. Oh no! Brother, he stayed on me. He stayed on me after everything we've been through. Move. I'm dead. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble at least. Run. We have a quarrel. We have a long-standing quarrel. I'm gonna die. You're better than me. The situation was bad. Hey, there's another dude. He has 2 crabs, just so you know. All right. You guys are on a team together. That's cool. Enjoyed the 6th grade. Some of the best times of my life, quite frankly. Okay, why are we attacking people that have none crabs? Like, you want the smoke? For what purpose, bro? It's Crab City over here. Get his ass? It didn't get his ass at all. Okay, punch, hold 2-piece. He didn't even get me with the 1-piece. Oh, okay. You motherfuckers, you third-party ass. Okay, that's fine. I didn't want to see you anyway. Honestly, I kind of hate your ass. You know what? Crabs in the bucket, bitch. Smartest play in history. Ooh, I defeated. 12 seconds until thinking wins. Honestly, we should have known. That dude has the sauce. Any chance you guys would consider knocking him over? Can't be done. Play again. That one's designed to stoke your acetylcholine. That one will piss you off a little bit. Dude had 20. I'm not mad at thinking, okay? Thinking was playing well. I'm a little mad at all the other MFers in the rigmarole that are going around going, hey, this person's got 2 crabs, grab his legs and drown him. We gotta stop the top dog from winning, otherwise we all lose, bro. You ever hear of a Nash equilibrium? No, of course not, because you don't watch real cinema like A Beautiful Mind. Okay, I want to land on the perimetry and then be killed instantly. Okay, that's fine. Brother, land me. Give me some movement at least. Good hit. Nice try. I own you! Get him out of here. What a shot. Keep it up. Do something. Do anything. Brother, I'm just stuck in the corner. You gotta deal with the fucking Panzer there. What do you... Is anyone gonna fucking help? I'm sorry. I don't want the tank, I wanted him! We're in trouble, y'all. Uh-oh, y'all, it's getting kind of hazy. We're not in the zone, brother! We're not in the zone! We're not in the zone! You're killing me for 3 seconds of zone time! Get in the zone! It took you 15 seconds to kill me! Get him, get his ass, bro! He's killable! Get his ass, bro! He's leading the game! He's gotta go! Kill him! Kill him! He's still getting... You fucking idiots, man! Kill him! He's got a big golden trophy on his head! Kill him! Throw him out! They got no game sense, man! Everyone's just going, ha 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 ha! The dude with the trophy, you gotta pick him up and throw him off the edge, man! Okay, I wanna be in the room where it happens. I mean, nobody's getting killed just yet. We gotta find some goo first. I mean, I'm not even concerned with you, bro. I mean, we could punch each other, but there's not much rhyme nor reason to it, I suppose. See, now there's a little rhyme and a little reason used. Whatever, I'm on 0 points. What do I care? Okay, pop me right here. I want to be in the room where it happens. Thank you, gamers. I tried to steal one. I'm not gonna play it cool. I tried to steal one as well. You want to get behind enemy lines and then send them in the drink. Want to get behind enemy lines and then send them in the drink. I don't even know what I do with this. Give me. I'm crazy. What do you even got on you, brother? I don't even know what that shit is. You gotta take care of this lad. It's free points, man. It's free points. I'm sorry. Okay. My reign of terror is ended, but dude, that's my spot. They're still racking up. I ain't even alive anymore. Even if he dies, he's in my will somewhere. Okay, good play. You need 15 to win? I just gotta fucking chill, bro. Just relax a little bit. Don't get greedy with it. We win these. You belong to me now? One of these days I'm gonna land the dunk and it's gonna go crazy, man. Run away! Got him. You got greedy, son! Bro, we're in the Lucio ult. Get out of here. Huge. Now I own this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How much is it worth to you, brother? How much is it worth to you? You want the donut. I know you want the donut. How could you not want the donut? Everybody wants the donut, brother. That's why they make them. No! Uh-oh. 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 It's called map control. That's fine. I'm not sweating it. You're coming in, I'm coming in. You're coming in, I'm coming in! Sponsor, don't listen. Nobody tell Apollo about this game. It feels so good to have a good chance to win games in a game. Nobody tell Apollo he's gonna come to the next Lethal Company session and be like, I won 35 games in a row. And I'm gonna be like, oh, how many did you win in a row? NL? 4. Oh. Take me to the zone. The only thing that matters is the zone. Get it twisted. Place yourself amongst the hedges. There you go. We got a good thing going here, boys. I got no quarrel with you. I stay on the margins. My plans are measured in centuries. Beautiful. Thanks for the teamwork. I appreciate that, y'all. It's a tight game here. Can we get up this way? I believe we can. Love to see a Siphon's filter statue here. Again, we don't have to have a quarrel. You chose to have a quarrel, and now you got 3x'd. How's that working out for you? Okay, that hurts. It stings. It does. Thanks for the kill. I was killed myself, so I can't really be mad, I suppose. First person to 100? Land me on Gil, bro. Gil's gotta go. Bro's on 92. We gotta get him. Elusive Emu's gotta go. Get him. Get Gil. Get Gil. Get him! Don't fuck with me. Yes! 2 eliminations, but we got him where it counts. We got him where it counts, man. No, parentheses, I'm Gil. That's tough. To lose 101 to 99 in a first to 100.
So I told chat that I shared with you a Reddit story.
Yes.
Like from early this morning, and I wanted to read it to him, but I didn't know if it was appropriate or not.
Doesn't bother me.
Okay, can I?
Please do.
But you have to understand it's tongue in cheek. Okay, it's not. I mean, but it's really funny. All right, so.
You also have to understand that I had nothing to do with this. This is something Dan linked to me apropos of. It's not like we were even talking about it in advance. He just dropped it in the Discord along with all the tech support stuff.
But did you laugh?
Yes, because I think it's funny.
So should I read it or not read it?
Go for it. Read it.
Okay. So this is just clipped straight off of Reddit. This is from a random Redditor. You say that. You say that, but I've just watched Summit get trauma dump breakup donations for like 6 years at this point. Sorry, brother, man, that sucks. Happy I could help. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for the support. Much love, Rips Bog off camera.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
He loves it. He's going crazy for it.
Sorry. Let's get this one.
What is he even talking about? He's talking about the dichotomy that happens as a streamer, that you'll get like a donation message that is like really intimate details about someone's life, and then the streamer just kind of says like, sorry that happened to you, thanks for the 15 bucks. But what's crazy is people are gonna think it's like an anti-streamer bit, but I'm like, what do you want him to do, man? He's playing Counter-Strike out here and you're starting like a therapy session with him. Like, he doesn't. Oh, I'm dead.
Bro, you are doused in the red sauce right now.
Yeah, check this out. I have to ask, Dan, and it's working for you. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Are you still, when you eat pasta, you're still just eating the sauce?
So I ran into a little bit of an issue. So I'm gonna just walk you back a little bit.
Understandable.
But for probably about like 4 or 5 months, I won't say I carb min-max, but I took carbs down to like a very, very small amount. Right?
I understand. So you're going on TV. You wanna look presentable.
Yeah. So it worked, right? So like, I could see resemblance of like abdominal muscles, and I haven't seen that since I was like playing football in high school. So anyways, I'm like, okay, I need to eat more protein. So I'm like, I Googled what has protein in it and said cheese. So for about a month, I was eating like,
oh no. how much cheese per day?
Stop. I was eating like, this may be getting into some details. I was eating like a block of cheese a day.
Like
I'm like
a pound of cheese?
Like, you know when you go to the store, you can buy like a big rectangle of cheese?
Yeah, but like, that's, like, would you say it's half the length of your forearm, or like?
I would say from like your knuckles to right past your wrist.
Okay, I mean, there's still a lot of cheese.
So like because I'm like, I need to eat protein and there's not always meat available. So I'm like eating this, and then one day my wife, in the morning, she starts like making a protein shake.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I've been using this for protein. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? The next morning I wake up and I have razor blades in my stomach.
Yeah.
And like, but this is after like a month of eating just a block of cheese. Nothing went wrong. And then, bro, I've never had stomach problems my whole life, but after eating like a block of cheese for a month, like I just couldn't go.
Yeah, I hear that it's like it can make you constipated for sure.
But I always thought that was something that happened to old people.
Yeah, it was happening to other people, not us.
But so it's a real thing. But then I also felt like an idiot because I'm like, I did this to myself. It's like you have this plumbing, and then you're just throwing bricks into plumbing, and then you're complaining why your plumbing doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's something to be said. I'm pro cheese in my life.
Yeah.
Until the doctor tells me not to eat it anymore because I have lactose intolerance, probably. But you know, there's something to be said about carbs. your body likes to use them for fuel. They contain fiber as well, which can be helpful for avoiding, as you so called it, throwing bricks into the plumbing.
But I'll tell you
So
what,
now
man.
you're having a little, like a half noodle 2x sauce type situation.
No, like once, like I literally just got on the other side of like all the bricks are removed. So
Okay.
now I'm just gonna go back to what I was doing, but instead of eating cheese, I'm just gonna have protein shakes.
Okay, I can understand that.
But so like last night we went out to eat for my in-laws. They had a wedding anniversary. We went to an Italian restaurant. I just got the sauce, the meat sauce with no noodles.
I mean, listen, like I said, it's working for you. That is insanity to me. To look the server dead in the eyes and say, can I just get the sauce? Did they bring a fork, or?
The fork was already on the table.
I guess I'm just asking what cutlery they brought to serve you with.
With the plate?
Yeah.
It was a cloth napkin kind of place. So you had
Oh,
everything.
okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Like a starch white tablecloth type deal. Are you still getting cheeseburger at McDonald's, or are you going bunless?
I go bunless, but I'll tell you what. The other thing, so you had me Coke Zero pilled.
Right.
I consider myself someone who doesn't get influenced, but every time you talk about Coke Zero, I'm like, I'll give it a shot. I gave it a shot. I was drinking one a day for like 2 months.
Yeah. I love you're
And then
talking about it like that was like rock bottom.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, and it's good, but then I noticed after I was drinking it, I like felt like fuzzy. You feel fuzzy after drinking one?
Like mentally fuzzy, like brain
Just
fog?
like, no, like fuzzy, like you got fuzzies on you. You feel like a little
itchy.
buzzy, like buzzy a little bit.
Do you have a coffee in the morning or a tea or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, coffee.
I mean, I was thinking maybe it was just the effects of the caffeine, but I doubt a Coke Zero's caffeine is affecting you if you're already used to coffee.
So I stopped drinking it, but I'll tell you what, man.
You miss it a little?
I pined for nothing like I pined for that crisp, and then feel that like heat acid bubble going down your throat. There's nothing like it. You have one right now in front of you?
I do. But I will say, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to say that it's not addictive, because obviously it has like a non-negligible caffeine content. But
Yeah.
like, I went to the grocery store when I ran out, and I looked at the price and I said, F you. I'm not paying that for Coke Zero. So I went like a week and a half, 2 weeks without Coke Zero. Not just paying it lip service, didn't notice at all. Then I went back to the grocery store yesterday and it was on sale, and I said, all right, you got me. You suckered me back in.
When you say you didn't notice, like you didn't notice, meaning like you didn't miss it?
Didn't miss it at all.
Really? But you had to replace it with something.
I was just having water, sparkling water. That's about it.
Okay. But you're back though.
Well, I had one today, 2 yesterday.
How much? You know what? All these years I've known you, you know what I've never asked you?
What?
What was your first job?
My first job, I worked part-time my first year of university doing phone canvassing for donations from alumni. And I gotta tell you, it's a different environment, man. Like in 2006, you could literally phone up like someone who graduated from your university like 5 years ago and be like, hey, do you want to give like $100 to the school that you gave $20,000 to when you were going there? And they're like, yeah, no problem. Every once in a while, you'd call somebody and they're like, no, money's tight. And you're like, that makes sense. But people were like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me to think that like 18 years ago, people would be like answering the telephone whenever it rang. It's crazy. And then they'd be like, a stranger just asked me for $100? Sure. Here's my credit card number over the phone. Like, what were we thinking, man?
When your old university calls you and asks for a donation, what do you say?
It's literally never happened. So I guess like they any databases that they bought, they don't have my information on it.
I did text Ryan the other day and he responded, please refer all questions to my publicist, David Martinez, instead of actually responding to my text.
You know what it is? Because I knew, and I don't blame you for it, but when I get a text at 7 a.m. from Dan, I know I'm being farmed for content. So I got to make sure that it's something I actually want to have on display. If you message me on Discord, that's like privileged information. It's not intended to get out. Well, I think you asked like what were my thoughts on subathons. I think you'd have strong opinions on subathons. It's in the middle of my friend Malf going through a subathon. I'm not answering that question.
I was just wondering your opinion.
But you phrased it like I could reverse engineer where it came from, which is like someone in chat was like Malf subathon is going something something something, and then you said I'm gonna ask Ryan how he feels about subathons. I bet he's got strong opinions. And then I got like an essay when I was on the toilet. I had just woken up. I'm like, any media requests pass straight through David because he's better at saying no than I am. Then that summer, I worked at Goodwill for like 6 weeks, physically processing the donations, and that's a different world.
What? I mean, there had to be some amazing stuff. Did you get like tier 1 like rare Pokemon cards coming in and stuff, or what did you see?
Typically just garbage. Like
what do you mean? Like people donate garbage?
Well, on a literal level, yes. Like sometimes you would just show up for open and there would be like garbage bags full of garbage in front of the Goodwill.
Was there like a certain genre of customers that would come in? Like could you see like, oh, Timmy's looking for old electronics? Were there like certain people you knew were looking for certain things? Honestly,
I wasn't on the floor enough to know the regulars. That would have been a blessing. Instead, I was in the back rooms with the other ex-cons trying to like unload stuff from the back of someone's truck, and then you get it inside and it's just a bunch of old like soiled pillowcases, and you're like, well, I'm glad I slipped the disc getting that out of your F-150.
You did say other ex-cons, right?
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, I've been to prison.
I can only imagine if an officer pulled you over for speeding, I'm sure you had some quick one-liner cocked and loaded for him.
I'll be honest, I don't even know what I would do. Because I don't remember if I told you this story, but so you know, between Canada and the US, there's this thing called Nexus. It's kind of like TSA pre-check.
Yeah.
If you're going through the border and you have Nexus, they basically just go like, come on.
You can just sprint. You can sprint through there, and they won't
pretty much. So we got Nexus. We went to the U.S., but we didn't get our daughter Nexus, which is our fault, I'll admit. But the reason we didn't get it for her was because she was 1 year old. So we were like, surely they don't need a Nexus for a little kid, because like you have to go to an interview. Like, what are they gonna ask our 1 year old? They're like, have you ever been convicted of a crime? Or like, it just doesn't make sense to us. But that's our bad. We didn't look at the forms, right? So we go into the Nexus line at the border, and the guard is like, well, there's only 2 Nexuses here, and there's 3 people. And then I said, yeah, we don't have one for our daughter. And he said, well, what are you doing in the Nexus line yet? And I said, well, I didn't think we needed one until she was older. He's like, no, you need one. And like, we could take your Nexus away for trying to get through the line without having a Nexus for her. And I just said, oh, okay, we didn't know. And then he looked at me and he was like, well, you don't care, do you? And I was like, I care, but like, we just didn't know. And he's like, well, I don't think you care. And I was like, well, I do. I don't know what you want me to tell you. And then like, we were kind of beefing a little bit. I feel like dude had prejudice against me because I have a deep voice and a calm demeanor. Dude wanted me to be like, oh, please don't take my Nexus. What would I do without the ability to go to Northern Washington and go to Fred Meyer? Like, you have no power. What are you gonna do? Turn me around and send me back to my house? Like, you have no power here. We made a mistake. Get over yourself, buddy.
Can I just be devil's advocate here?
Yeah.
When he asked you if you cared, I'm sure you gave it in a semi-smug delivery.
I had a flat demeanor. I said, I care. I said, I care, but I don't know how to show it or something like that. Like, I didn't know what he wanted from me. Like, obviously, he's not a good detective. Otherwise, he'd be working at the FBI, not at the, Peace Arch Memorial Crossing between Osuyos, BC and Blaine, Washington.
I mean, I've seen you say things that were not meant to be smug, but they were smugged up.
You know what I think it is? I think that I derive my behavior from a logical level. I behave in the way that I think is most logical given the circumstance. And a lot of other people derive their behavior from looking at the behavior of those around them and then mimicking it. So because I am like, you have no power here, I wasn't like shaking, I wasn't like quivering in my voice or something like that. And he's like, oh, you're not mimicking what an average person would do if they cared. I'm like, that's not really my problem. Everybody else is crazy, brother. I'm the only sane person here.
In your head, you looked at him and you thought you got no power over me, and your demeanor smugged that message to him.
I mean, I think it's possible, but what does he want me to do? Like, apologize for that being the truth? It doesn't make any sense.
So, let me ask you this. When is the last time, like, you blew a gasket and lost your ish?
It's... on anybody but Chad? I don't know. It's been too long to remember, honestly.
Really? There's been something happen where, like, you just lost it?
No.
But aren't you just like a shaked up 2-liter of ginger ale waiting to explode?
I don't know why everybody thinks that. I'm actually like a pretty calm guy most of the time. I just have strong opinions.
No, I mean, like, you're like going to mow the lawn and the gas can knocks over and then you cut yourself on the blade and then the grass shavings are everywhere. You don't just like...
I've never cut myself on the blade of my lawnmower. That's just... I mean, they're designed not to chop your hands off. You got to work really hard to injure yourself on those.
But I'm saying, like, there's never been like a comedy of errors when like everything goes wrong. You fall down the stairs and you don't just yell like the F word or something.
I mean, not since I was like, I don't know, like 13 or something. I don't know what you want from me. You're kind of asking me. I feel like you're like, have you ever yelled at a stranger? The answer outside of Chad is no.
So I don't yell at strangers, but I've yelled at strangers twice in the past 2 years.
Okay.
But the situation is I'm coaching, so I coach a lot of youth sports because my kids are of age. Coaching a basketball team, and these kids, it's not basketball, but they play it's their little kids.
Yeah.
So the way the league's set up is each team has like a red armband, a green armband, a black armband, a white armband, a yellow armband. So you look at the kids and you kind of match them up by skill. So hey, if I got a red armband, I'm guarding the kid with the red armband. So
you're like ranking the kids within the team and then using that to like mark their man during the game.
Yeah, because you don't want like the best player against like the worst player.
Have you ever had to like demote somebody from gold armband to like purple armband? That's gotta sting.
Yeah, but the kids don't know. They just want the color they want.
That makes sense, yeah.
So it's the fourth quarter and like there's subs coming in and I'm like matching them up and the other coach yells at me, he goes, what do you think this is, the NBA? And like, it was a tight game. And I look at him and I go, coach your own team, buddy. And he goes, well, this isn't the NBA. And I go, coach your own team. And then I looked at my son and my son's kind of looking at me like, Dad, what's going on? And then I just backed into the corner and just let it go.
Why is he mad?
That's what I don't know. But to me, that's provoked.
Be honest, like were you winning? Like, were you up by 8 or something?
No, we were down by 1.
Oh, okay. So he was like, just take the loss.
But like, what do you want me to do? Just sit there and like let him yell at me?
Yeah, no, it's weird. I think you're 1,000% in the right for that one. And this is like a team. Is this a team full of like 6-year-olds?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
and it's like I'm matching these kids up so that they don't get, so they have a fun time. Not that like their best player's on our worst player and that
exactly.
Kid never wants to play basketball ever again.
Dude, that is really good though. I probably would have reacted the same way.
So I mean, if you want, and then full circle, I kind of had to eat it because at the end of the season, they like invited a couple kids to do like an after camp, kind of like the better kids on each team just to do like a skills thing.
Okay, yeah.
And they invited my son. I'm like, yeah, we can go. And one of the 2 coaches that ran it was NBA buddy.
Oh no.
So I see him and I'm just like, what do you do? So I went up to him, I just said, hey, I'm Dan. I think we got off on the wrong foot. And he just kind of gave me a look. I'm like, all right.
Wow.
I know. What can you do? Do you take the high road and then?
Maybe taking it a little too seriously.
Yeah.
But you never know. He might be the next 76ers coach. The way that that series is going. I haven't had anything like that yet, but I'm looking forward to it. We had our own nightmare I told you about in Discord. We had like an orientation for our daughter's kindergarten that starts in September. And the email, I swear to you, said families welcome. We were like, should we bring our daughter? Like, is it like a serious event for adults, or is it like kids should come too? The email said families welcome. So I said, I guess we'll bring her. Lo and behold, 75 other families, 1 3-year-old there. And then it's like 90 minutes of like dry presentations about like, you know, how you should prepare for September and stuff like that, what our education philosophies are and stuff like that. I was like, oh man.
Were you getting the look from the other parents?
Not the look, I would say, but like after the first half, I was just like, she can't sit here this long. So I took her to like the back of the auditorium and was just kind of like keeping her busy. Then at the end, there was supposed to be like a mixer so you can like mingle with the families. The principal of the school came up and said like, very politely, but they were like, just so you know, like she can't be here because we're going to serve wine. So like our insurance will eat us off the policy if there's minors here. We said, all right, nice to meet you guys. Have a great night. We'll see you in September.
Nothing like great first impression from the Laterno family.
I know, man. And I was like, how did I misread the email? Like, the other 70 families were all like, oh, families welcome. That means no kids. But I was like, families welcome. I guess I'll bring my family.
What was your first internet? AOL? Did you have America Online?
My first internet was a local ISP, which I also feel is like, it dates you a little bit. But I did have AOL at a point. Because at some point you got enough of those CDs in the mail. Like, you'd be stupid not to redeem them.
Was it called COL where you lived?
No.
No, it was still America.
It was still, yeah, you're right. It is weird. It's still America Online. What
was your local ISP called?
I mean, I don't really want to get into all that. I don't know if they if they want the smoke, you know?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I'm not in the business. You know what?
Your old local ISP?
I was talking about this with, I don't even remember. It's crazy because it was yesterday, but I'm like, I don't remember the situation. But I was reading that there was an episode of Mythbusters where they tried to bust the myth that you can like make a bomb with stuff you can buy at the hardware store. They were like 99% sure that it was going to be busted, right? Well, they did the episode, shot the whole thing, and it exploded like a bomb. So then, yeah, you do the damage, sure. Yeah. They said, what do we do about this? And they just scrapped the whole episode for public good. They were like, we can't get this information out here. It's like too dangerous for society.
Yeah.
I see this as like a microcosm. My ISP from 1996 didn't ask for the attention, so I'm not gonna give them the attention.
Ask for the attention. What? 100 clicks on their old website on GeoCities?
Yeah, I don't know. But it might be the most traffic they've gotten in like 20 years. Maybe it's gonna. I guess they're the ISP, so I don't know how it would raise their hosting prices. But I'm sure it's just not my. It's not my thing to advertise. That's for them.
But
man.
is that the reason why you're just embarrassed about the name of the ISP?
I didn't create the ISP. Why would I be embarrassed about the name? But like,
what was the message board that you met Josh on? NeoGaf?
It was not Neo. Don't put that evil on me. Again, I'm not just throwing stuff out there. One day, you are going to have all of your personal information compromised. And I'm going to have sympathy for you, but you're going to say something on stream. You're going to be like, how did this happen? And I'm going to just play back like a compilation of like all the times you gave hackers the ability to steal your entire identity.
Like when you say leak all my information, like what?
I don't know, like the password to a single account that contains all the information they need to get into all your other accounts.
Well, you think I would leak that?
I think accidents happen.
But you're saying I'm negligent enough to make that happen?
Yeah, if not for yourself, then for someone else. Didn't you post your address on Twitter one time?
No. Why in chat?
I remember I was
in chat if no.
I was in a hotel with Kate, and I opened up Twitter, and I was like, Dan just posted an envelope on Twitter with his address on it. And then like a minute later, the tweet got deleted, and I was like, what is this guy doing? I mean, like, this is crazy. You got to be careful out there a little bit. I'm probably a little paranoid, but like.
Didn't you leak your IP in Minecraft once?
I thought that I did. Because people in chat were like, press F6 or something, and then like a bunch of decimal point numbers came up on the screen, and I was like, any one of those could be the IP.
F3 to get coordinates? I don't trust you.
F in chat.
No, F3 is right.
What the fuck is this
it's
screen?
like the
Ryan,
sixth line down on the left, X, Y, Z.
Ryan, hit J and you can see us.
Ryan!
Understood.
Don't even. You told me to hit it. I said I'm not gonna hit it.
Not that what I'm mad at you about.
I said I'm not gonna hit it, and then Malf said, "No, it's fine. Hit it."
Wait, what did I say? Hit? Oh, I leaked it too then.
Oh, the IP?
I don't know.
F3 leaked his IP address. Yikes.
Yeah.
Is that why you? So I guess you were hitting the old reset button, eh?
Hitting the old delete VOD button.
Oh.
Oh, don't delete the bot.
What are you talking about?
I'll just change the IP.
It's your personal IP.
Oh, so Ryan, apparently it doesn't show the IP and you got trolled?
I don't think so.
I have the overlay up right now, and I'm looking at F3.
Does it? It shows an IP.
Where did you see
Hold on.
that? Because I don't know which if I'm getting trolled about this.
Did you get actually debate?
That's an actual debate.
That's the highest debate I've ever seen.
Was it like a 192 thing?
No, it doesn't show anything. It just shows 4,500 things on the screen. So I was like, oh, one of them is probably the IP.
They said
All
Taco
right.
says the IP that it shows is an invalid IP. It's not a real IP. But I don't even see an IP, so you know.
But that's actually a good debate.
Not
I
really.
mean,
It made
did
him
make him delete his phone.
Yeah. So
like Chad. That's actually a dick. That's a dick
No.
move because
No, I
deleting
mean,
VOD.
Think of all the
deletes
VOD boys that
revenue.
just got screwed over.
I meant
That's-
good as in like Ryan doesn't. He can sleep tonight. You
Well,
know?
yeah, it's good in a way, but it's also like dick move because that's actual
Yeah.
revenue.
You hurt the VOD boys. That's the real crime there.
That as well.
Yeah. One day you guys are gonna do that, and Ryan won't be around anymore.
it might be tomorrow.
It was very funny. Imagine if you go to work tomorrow and your boss is like, "Hey, we're only gonna
yeah,
pay
you're
you
fired."
halftime, or you're fired." Yeah, that's funny.
You deleted the VOD? Yeah, because I asked chat. I was like, did my IP show? And then people were like, yes, delete VOD. And then I deleted the VOD, and people were like, oh, he deleted the VOD. I was going to watch that later. And I'm like, you're the one who told me to delete it, man. So that's why that whole Minecraft situation where like people are like, we got you good. That's why whenever I change settings in anything, whenever I'm switching tabs in Google Chrome during the dulls, that's why I put the screen on black. It's PTSD from that one day. People are like, I hate when he puts the screen on black. And I'm like, you did it, brother. We were letting it fly. 2016 to 2011 or whatever. We were just showing it all.
Hey, what do you call it when I do that? You have a name for it. I forget what it is. When I just alt tab openly.
You're crazy to me because you use display capture.
Yeah, but you call that something. I forget what you call that. A little different.
Raw dogging it? That sounds right to me. I mean, that's crazy too. Like, because I always know if Dan sends me a message that's sensitive late at night, I try to make sure that the conversation goes long enough that it's not in view of the Discord window by the time the morning shows up. Because I'm not saying that it happens regularly, but it only needs to happen once. He's throwing out not just alt tabs, but the alt tab where you hold it and then all of the contents of all of your windows show up on screen for 1,000 strangers to see. I couldn't do it.
What are you hiding? What? I got nothing.
That's
to
a
hide. What are we
misnomer. It's
hiding?
not I'm hiding anything. It's that You know, I'm using one PC, like literally it's tax season right now. I'm getting emails from my accountant that are like, hey, we forgot your social security number. Can you pop it in here? And then like, you know, you're doing it at 11 p.m. Maybe you forget to close the tab. I'm just trying to keep my risk level low. I'm not taking NetSec advice from somebody who posted an envelope with their shipping address on it. It's crazy.
It was a P.O. box. Speaking of, how come you got rid of your P.O. box?
It's just, I didn't want the stuff that people were sending me, to be honest. Because, like, no disrespect, but if I, like, wanted that stuff, I would just buy it. So, like, most of the stuff that is being sent is, like, stuff that I don't want. Which is fine, but, like, I don't want it. I mean, it's just the reality of the situation is that most of the stuff ended up in the garbage anyway. The fan art is nice. It's always nice to get the fan art. I'm talking more like, you know, 30 Star Wars action figures. You know, a sailor costume.
People would send you costumes.
They were sending us all sorts of nonsense.
Like what? I know you got Star Wars action figures. Like,
why don't you have a P.O. box, brother?
I do. I just don't leak it.
What do you have it for then?
Just so people don't send stuff to my house.
Like so the mailman doesn't send stuff to your house?
Just if I have to give an address, like at Costco, I don't want them having my address, so I give them the P.O. box.
Do you ever open your P.O. box?
Once a month.
That's crazy.
do
So
you
when you
mean?
open it up, it's just a bunch of junk mail?
No, sometimes there's good stuff in there, like checks.
Why are you giving this? Why are the checks coming to the P.O. box, man?
Because for a while I had my insurance on double pay or auto pay.
Okay.
And then they like one day, like normally I just throw all the insurance stuff in the garbage. I'm like, I'm gonna open this one, and it was like a refund check.
Oh.
It's like you've been double paying us. You never get
Okay.
those checks every now and then.
But the P.O. box is like, I'm sorry if this offends anybody that sent us stuff. I'm sure the stuff that you sent was stuff that we use every day. And we got some things, like we're still using a cutting board that was really nice that someone sent us that they made themselves.
What's on it?
My initials and Kate's initials.
Oh, that's kind of heartwarming.
Yeah, I mean, that was like useful. I was happy to receive it. I'm happy
I'm
you're
with you.
watching. You don't need to send me, like, listen, you should know. If you bought an action figure or a copy of like Grey's Anatomy on PC and then sent it to me, yeah, it ended up in the trash. And it's not my fault. You bought the trash. I didn't make the trash. I didn't buy the trash. I simply sent the trash to the destination that it was going to end up in no matter what.
Why would someone send you a copy of that game?
Because it's like it's an inside joke that I played it in 2011 and never finished it.
But what would behoove someone to then take that joke and make it physically manifest?
I imagine they thought it was funny. And that's why it was annoying, because then you do the P.O. Box video where you open it up, and then people would be like, haha, I'm going to do the same freaking thing. So then the next time you do the P.O. Box, you got like 8 of them.
I didn't tell you the other day, man. I went to, so my son really likes Madden on PS5. And I don't necessarily, he gets really frustrated though, because there's like 8,000 menus. So I'm like, okay, let me slowly like fade away Madden PS5 and replace it with the NES.
Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, so I went to a local retro game store and I walk in and the dude's like, hey, do I know you from somewhere? And I'm like, I don't know. And I just happen to be wearing a red shirt and a black hat. I'm like, okay, here we go,
Right,
like
yeah.
Big Brother. And he goes, you play Fortnite with Northern Lion.
Hey!
And it's like, that's like extremely rare. Like normally it's like Big Brother Trader type recognition. And then, I was like super nice and tell me he has like a YouTube channel and stuff. And, but the thing was, the whole time, and I would try to tell him, like I tried to like make small talk so it didn't happen. He was shaking.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm just a dude, but it was shaking. Like, does that? Because when you said all that stuff about the P.O. box, I pictured someone like hand delivering a parcel to you and shaking it. Of like a knit crochet of like you or something.
That stuff is good to receive, by the way. It's more like when you buy something from a factory. And all of a sudden, I'm like, why do I have 12 Newt gun rays in my house? Yeah, it happens for sure.
It's in the trash. What's that emote? Satomari. Satomari. Shurima. It's in the trash. It's in the trash.
I have no idea, man. I have no clue.
Someone in your chat said you threw that right in the trash. Oh.
I didn't throw it right in the trash. Like, I waited until it felt like, you know, like you put it on the counter and you're like, maybe we'll find a place for this. And then like 2 weeks later, when you're cleaning up, you're like, I don't think we found a place for it. Well, what am I, like, I don't think people, to be honest, I mean, obviously this is a biased take as I'm the streamer in question, but I don't think people like really give you the good grace to put themselves in your shoes. What am I supposed to do? Have a room in my house that's dedicated to me? This is weird, bro. I don't want to walk into a shrine of like chibi art of myself every day. That's not the vibe I'm trying to put out when I'm having other parents over for like dinner parties and stuff like that. It's weird.
I think, honestly, I think you're probably the most normal streamer in the planet.
Realizing that.
You ever go to a convention and talk to someone who brags about a room they have, but nothing but chippy art of themselves?
You saying that while your body just fell off the cliff was so funny to me. Sir Soyeet has fallen. It's just not my tempo, I'd say, personally. I got a story about me as a kid that I think you'll find very in character for me.
Okay. Heel.
Friday nights, mid 1990s, my mom and my grandma used to go out to bingo. You know, most Canadian Friday night of all time. So I would hang out with my dad and my grandpa, and usually we just go to like a restaurant and then maybe like Tim Hortons or something afterwards. So I remember my dad was driving, my grandpa was in the passenger seat, I was in the back seat. I'm 3 or 4 years old, right? Maybe I'm a little older because I wasn't in my car seat, but I'm very young. My dad said, or I say, Dad, I gotta go to the bathroom. You know how it was back in the day. He said like there's a, you know, like a cup in the back, just go in the cup. So I am going in the cup, and I just remember that my grandpa said like, Jesus Christ, what's going on back there? And then he looked back, and I was holding the cup like upside down vertically and peeing into the upside down cup. And I still remember, like, to this day, my methodology was just like, it feels bad to like be sitting down and then point your you-know-what, like push it down like in the proverbial toilet. So I was like, I'm just gonna pee like straight up. I didn't think about the next step, obviously, which is, you know, gravity.
You still hear about that one?
No, I think maybe they've forgotten about it, but I haven't. that one's gonna stick with me.
Did you get in trouble?
I wouldn't say I got in trouble, but they were like, what were you thinking? And then I was like, you know what? When you put it that way, it was pretty dumb. I also remember one time we were going fishing, same group of guys. And we had the boat attached to my grandpa's trailer hitch on his pickup truck. We started going up a big hill, like a few miles away from our house, and I just hear thunk. And I look out the back window and I'm like, Dad, Grandpa, the boat is rolling down the hill. And they went, what? And then he threw it in park and they both got out and like sprinted and grabbed the, whatever you call the front of the boat and just held it so that it didn't roll all the way down. Like to this day, I don't know how much physical strength that must have taken. And it turns out my grandpa had put it on the trailer hitch, but he didn't like lock it. So as soon as we hit any sort of elevation, it just slipped off and started rolling away.
Dude, kids do say the darndest things. So a week later, I took my son to WWE SmackDown.
Yeah.
And I'll save you the particulars, but there's these two dudes and they're like fighting on the top rope. They're punching each other back and forth, and one gets like suplexed off the top rope and slams on his back. and he didn't move for a minute. My son puts both his hands over his eyes and he looks at me and goes, "Dad, is he dead?"
And what did you say?
I just gave him a hug and I said, no, son, he's okay, buddy.
Also remember, I was losing it. Like, my kid is trying to get me canceled or something. Chad will remember this better than me. She was down here in my office while I was streaming. We were just, like, having a fun conversation. And then out of nowhere, she said, like, do your Mexican voice. I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, do your Mexican voice. And I was like, I don't have a Mexican voice.
Here's my impression of... Well, I can't do it yet. Impression of Jose? I don't think I'm gonna do an impression of whoever Jose is.
That was a joke. No way, Jose.
No way, Jose. Yeah. Like, I feel like she's trying to put out like a cultural hit on me or something. That's what she said. Talk like Jose. I was like, what is the... People who don't have kids are gonna be like, oh, he must have a character called Jose that he does at home all the time to make his daughter laugh. And I'm like, I don't even know what she's talking about, man.
Well, what's she talking about?
I have no idea. I think she just wanted me to say like, no way, Jose, or something like that. But then like people like well, I wouldn't even say people without kids, but lots of people are like, oh, if you hear a kid say it, imagine what they're talking about at home. I'm like, at home, nobody's mentioning Jose at all, man. I don't know where all this Jose stuff came from.
Oh, when she hits you with the Mr. Toshi bit, then you know she's coming after the throne.
Who was your Tony Hawk's Pro Skater main, Dan?
The guy with the black hoodie, I think Bob Burnquist. All I do
with
is
the Burnquist? Or the Burn Twist, I should say?
No, the only thing I would do, whoever the guys where you could go up triangle and just keep riding the rails. That's what I was.
Oh,
he has the black hoodie.
He's a street skater. I thought that was like Eric something.
I don't know who it was. Chad Muska.
Chad Muska was the guy doing the handstand. I mean, I'll fully admit, I was a Tony main personally. But
Really?
yeah, because at first I like the vert stuff. So at first I was like, I'm gonna go vert, but I'm not gonna be Tony. I'm gonna be like Bucky Lassick or like Rune Glifberg instead. But then I'm like, bro, the 900 is iconic. Right down circle. Then in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, they added Rodney Mullen with the flat tricks. So you could get a manual and then you could press like square and he'd do like a handstand kickflip and it would keep your combo going. Then you just peter out till you get to a downhill. Then all of a sudden it's like revert, manual, vert trick, revert, manual, flatland, jump, kickflip, reverse manual, flatland, square triangle, square triangle, square. Oh, man.
The thing is, if I were talking to anyone else, I'd be like, you're just making up moves, but I know you just recited your actual move pattern when you played that game.
I was pretty good at
Tell me
Tony
that's
Hawk's
not
Pro
true.
Skater. Well, I mean, I was a Tony main. So usually I'd go to a map that had like a half pipe. You go up the first wall and you do the up X ollie, so you get like your combo started early. Then you do 900, press R2 when you hit the ground, so you do a revert. Manual until you hit the next side of the half pipe, 900. Rinse and repeat until you don't have the speed for the 900 anymore. And that's when you go like parallel to the lip, and then you start doing your grinds. And every grind you do, you jump, and then you do like another flip trick in between. And then when you have none speed, that's when you start busting out the flatland tricks. And then all of a sudden you're like, holy cow, 400 million points. The golden tape was like 65,000. Do you guys see all the photos on Twitter of, what's his name? Who plays Mark Corrigan in Peep Show? David Mitchell, thank you. You see all the pictures of him eating pizza? The guy has a crazy amount of pictures of him eating pizza in public. Now, I also eat pizza in public. I haven't had my photo taken all the time, so I'm not judging his behavior. I'm just surprised how many photos of David Mitchell eating pizza are out there. It's remarkable in the sense that it's worth remarking upon. Because the original tweet that I saw was like, yes, that's it. Girls will be like 1 year with my everything and post a picture and it's like this. And it's David Mitchell eating a pizza. Not doing anything wrong, just David Mitchell eating a pizza. And then people were like, we need to start a thread of David Mitchell eating pizza. And I was like, they can't possibly have enough meat on that bone. But they do have enough meat on that bone, bro. There's tons of them. People will be like, send me photos of last night, and then the photo from last night is like David Mitchell eating pizza.jpg. Yeah, man, it's crazy. The idea is that he's too posh to be eating a pizza? Really? All I really know David Mitchell from is Peep Show. I don't get the idea that he's posh. I get the idea that he is like well-read, and like the character of Mark Corrigan is like he wants to be classy, but he's actually just putting on airs, and he's kind of like a degenerate just like Jeremy is. But I don't know if maybe it's based on, I mean, it's a character, I'll admit, but no, he's super posh. It's an ongoing joke in the panel show, so okay, fair enough. I haven't seen the panel shows, it's my bad. Me figuring out what I want to have with my Subway combo? Sure, chips are good. Let's go steal mode. Let's go, let's do this. This seems great. Me when I'm buying Lay's. Sorry for the European audience. Let me normalize it. Me when I'm purchasing walkers. I just don't want anybody here to be alienated or have to do any work themselves in order to like make the content better. I want to make sure that everybody, we're just gonna take all the tough little gristle and the fat and the meat, and we're gonna blend it up into a nice slurry, and we're gonna, here you go. Here's your pogs. Here's your pogs with the, how do you eat it? Oh, sorry. There's a little texture on it. Okay. Bzzz. Okay, it's pureed pogs straight to the dome piece. There you go. But then I've never seen My Dinner with Andre. I don't know who Wallace Shawn is. Bzzz. This is just like the time Captain America turned his back on the Winter Soldier. We get it now. Are you crazy? I just walked over here. What is your IQ? 3,000. That's pretty high. It used to be higher. I got old. I don't know, but I took it from a website that was called freeiqtest.net. Is that like rigorous? I know I've said this lore before, but I don't know if this might even be new for Librarian. So I mean, I send it out here with nothing but respect for my president. But in the second grade, I don't know if it was an IQ test, but it was similar to an IQ test. I had like an assessment from an independent auditor to basically determine if I needed like trust me, I'm not bragging, I was 7, okay? And you can see the results of my education on the screen right now. But I had a test to determine if I needed like individual accelerated curriculum in elementary school. I was 7 years old. I remember the whole test, acing it. You know, it's like a little kid SAT. They're like, you know, cheese is to bread as peanut butter is to, and you're like, boom, insubordination. She's like, how'd you know that? And I'm like, I'm goated with the sauce, lady, 1997 style. Then one of the things they did after like the verbal intelligence assessment, they were like, we've just got one more thing. It's like this little puzzle of a soccer ball, but it wasn't like jigsaw puzzle pieces. It was like a 10-gram sort of type deal of a soccer ball, and then it was cut into like irregular puzzle piece shapes. And I just remember sitting there for like 20 minutes trying to put together the puzzle. It was probably like 12 pieces or something like that. And I got to the point where I was like, this is impossible. Like, you can't do, the puzzle can't be done. And she was like, don't worry about it. We'll just like X that out. In hindsight, I'm like, I bet that she was like, holy cow, this guy's a fucking idiot, man. And they were like, don't call us, we'll call you. The rest is history. Well, I seem to recall like every single report card had like a section on it that was like individual education plan. But the way that it actually like manifested itself in class was like, I would just finish my work early and then they'd give me like word searches. And I was like, what is this? They're like, he's fucking cracked at word searches. And I'm like, isn't everybody? You just find the words. Like, it's just... And on some of those motherfuckers, they're like, you don't even have to look backwards or diagonal. It's just like horizontal and vertical. And you're like, of course, everyone's cracked at word searches, bro. Did you see that Nixon was a dog boy? What do you mean when you say dog boy? That can mean many different things. Now, contextually, I'm assuming that it means that he was sexually attracted to canines. I'm not being weird. That's like when you say dog boy and you're talking about Richard Nixon, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Why would you think that? Because you wrote dog boy. What do you mean dog boy? He was half man, half dog? That's not what it means? He's just a little puppy? What do you mean? You're saying I'm too online. Okay, because if a normal person heard dog boy, they would think about a boy who has a pet dog. That's obviously not what you're referring to, because that's not remarkable at all for an American president to have had a dog growing up. That's like the most normal shit in history. Could you please explain to me what dog boy means? I don't want to Google Richard Nixon dog boy. Click this link. Okay, I know the Twitter account. It's a trusted source. A letter written by 10-year-old Richard Nixon. My dear mother, the two boys you left me with are very bad to me. Their dog Jim is very old and he will never talk or play with me. One Saturday night, the boys were hunting. Jim and myself went with them. While going through the woods, one of the boys tripped and fell on me. I lost my temper and bit him. He hit me in the side and we started on. While we were walking, I saw a black round thing in a tree. I hit it with my paw. What? A swarm of black flies came out of it. I felt pain all over. I started to run, and as both of my eyes were swelled shut, I fell into a pond. When I got home, I was very sore. I wish you would come home right now. Your good dog, Richard. What the hell? What does that even mean? Richard Nixon was definitely crazy. Again, we talked about this. It's got to be like 6 months ago now. But when those presidential drawings went viral and like every president like was drawing themselves, Richard Nixon's drawings were like H.P. Lovecraft's non-Euclidean shapes that exist in the space between slip dimensions. Like he was drawing like triangles inside of like hexagons, inside of octagons, like inside of tessellations of like, I don't know what was going on with Richard Nixon's brain, but every other president was like, here's me and my dog. Richard Nixon's were like, this is what I see when I close my eyes. It's actually a little frightening. Best psychedelic album of all time? I have no idea. Oh my God, thank you for reminding me. And then the next tweet is literally, or the next thing in chat was literally what I was gonna talk about. Drew Carey's tweets after the Fish concert is actually the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, or at least the funniest thing I've seen this year. Drew Carey last tweeted November 2023 and basically said, I'm out, deuces, I hate Twitter. Then he went to the Fish concert at the Sphere and he tweeted, first he tweeted, I swear I just talked to God. I would give you all the money, stick my dick in a blender, and swear off pussy for the rest of my life in exchange for this. Bro, I met God tonight for real. I feel like I just got saved by Jesus, no lie. So Drew Carey tweeting that is already 9 out of 10 funny. But then someone replied to him, and he replied with the most insane thing I've ever seen. He replied, this is what it must feel like to come with a pussy. Because if it's even close, I'm flying to wherever tomorrow and getting the best pussy money can buy. I don't need to be a man no more if it means I can feel like this all the time. Fucking keep it, bro. If I can get this feeling instead, that was God at work or something. Like, it felt like I was being saved by Jesus, no lie. I don't want it to get twisted. I'm sure that he's embarrassed that he tweeted that, but I don't think he has anything to be embarrassed about. That makes him more relatable. Dude was on drugs and experienced strong feelings and wanted to share them. That's humanity, bro. I got nothing but that's way less embarrassing than half the shit people tweet sober, to be honest. If anything, for me, I'm like, it kind of makes Drew Carey like, it makes him a more complex figure in my head. Because I gotta imagine, he's got that shit rattling around in his brain while he's like, oh, well, you said the car was $17,783, but it's actually $17,738. And in his head, he's like supernovas going off, like nonstop. I hope they don't like make him address it on The Price is Right. Like, let's not give the impression that this is like a serious institution. He's like, bro's gonna get fired from The Price is Right, the show that's like advertising like Lipton sidekicks. So when Drew Carey does it, it's based. When Nixon does it, it's problematic. Well, Drew Carey didn't bomb Cambodia, okay? So like that's where I draw the line. Also, ooh, that's kind of sick with it. I will say, Drew Carey was in the military, so I don't know. Maybe he did bomb Cambodia, but like he didn't give the order. I'm not saying it's good, but there's, you know, delineations to these things. Press and hold L1 to hide inside your shell. Wearing a shell reduces damage taken. Hiding in it will divert all damage to your shell health. A shield? Not necessary. Voiced enemy.
Oh crap, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to grab a ticket?
You think yourself above the law?
Only at the self-checkout.
Not so easily outwitted. By its strength alone do we rise above the beasts.
I'm really sorry. I'll go to the back of the line, okay?
You should be so lucky. I'll have your head like I have these other worthless law breakers.
It is Foghorn Leghorn.
Boy, I say boy, I understand you've been enjoying this fight, but this ain't no game, boy. That no-good fella Freezer just killed your best friend. Now it's time to quit playing around, playing around, and show that dirty villain what happens to folks who take life for granted.
I said, you can't be gooning like that, son. Boy, it sounds like you're frying chicken in there. You gotta use some lubricant. You're gonna whack your shit dry, lad. Hey, okay. So I want to play Top Spin 2K25. It said it's coming out today. It's not coming out until 9 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, scammers. I see what you're doing. How convenient. They're selling early access for an extra like $40 on top of the price of the original game. Okay, no big deal. But I can't just buy the upgrade. I have to purchase the whole thing. I guess I could do a Steam refund. Google. How to Steam refund. Support. You know what pisses me off? I know these are idle complaints. These are boomer complaints. You Google how to do something. The top result was indexed by Google in 2016. In the 8 years since, Steam has updated its layout 23 times, and the top result is no longer relevant to the process that you actually need in order to do the thing. Fuck it, bro. We're not playing Top Spin today. We'll play it tomorrow. I'm playing Balatro today. I wish I could play it today, but honestly, I think they're my 2 cents are kind of nickel and diming you. If the game just came out at 9 p.m. Pacific time, I would say like, okay, that's a bummer, but like, no big deal. But the fact that it comes out, basically they said it was coming out April 25th, and then they put it out at 11:59 Eastern time, and are coincidentally also selling early access, makes me, I think they're trying to bend you over. And honestly, virtual tennis fans, we've been bent over enough. It's probably gonna be fucked up for like the first 6 months of its release anyway. What's the rush? You had so much cachet with me, Topspin. I was so happy to have you back. I canceled all the plans to make sure that I could fit you in the second half of the stream. And you what? You threw it away for what? $40? Don't blame Topspin, blame 2K. They fucking made it, bro. They made it. You ever hear this? The purpose of a system is what it does? Look it up. Might change your thinking patterns. The publisher decides how to sell it, not the devs. The purpose of a system is what it does. They're all compromised as far as I'm concerned. Are you my manager? She just said something similar in my work meeting. You talking about the purpose of a system is what it does? I'm not your manager. I knew your manager. I'm not your manager. I knew your... Go inside the house. Inside you'll find something called a computer. Open it up. Inside you'll find something. It's called electricity. I literally, I'm the caricature of the guy who sees something and is like, oh, I'm just going to repeat that. I saw the Wikipedia article yesterday for the purpose of a system is what it does. It blew my mind, and I said to myself, I'm going to repeat it in all circumstances. Because sometimes, like, something is bad, and then you bring up your complaints about it, and people, like, you know what a perfect example is? Earlier in the stream, we were talking about why does every public bathroom have single-ply toilet paper? Oh, they'd really like, we really wish we could provide you with two-ply, but some so-and-so degenerate might steal it. The purpose of a system is what it does, brother. You put out the crappy toilet paper, and now I'm chafed down below. So I'm gonna make it your problem, dude. Purpose of a system is what it does. We intended to have 3-ply, but we're getting too much breakage. Purpose of a system is what it does. You put the sandpaper in the roll. Explain it to me. And without doing, oh, there's nothing we could do. There's nothing we could do. Dump it. Would you judge someone for eating McDonald's in a foreign country on vacation that's known for good cuisine? No, I would judge them for eating Burger King. But like, honestly, for eating McDonald's, it's none of my business what they do when they're on vacation, quite frankly. Why you menu watching? Let's see what Chibli said. I judge them for eating a shit. That's fair. If you were eating like a turd, I would judge you. I did kind of judge Chibli for eating so much Jack in the Box in the US, but mostly because he's supposed to be a vegetarian and he was eating like chicken sandwiches and stuff every day. That's more of like a... And it's just funny. It's just a funny thing. I mean, it's kind of personal for me too, because people ask like why I don't share that much about when I'm on vacation anymore. It's because you guys all got opinions on it. Kate and I went to Japan. We were there for like 2 weeks. We had McDonald's for lunch one day, and I ordered something that was on the Japanese menu. It was like a shrimp burger. I tweeted about it. People were like, brother's in the food capital of the world eating McDonald's. I can't. Listen, brother, I got boots on the fucking ground here in Shinjuku. Your ass is in Ohio. When your ass goes to Japan on your honeymoon, you're gonna be out there like eating fucking onigiri from the convenience store every single day going yum, 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 yum. You can't get this in America. It's not like you're going to the Jiro Dreams of Sushi. You're getting Yoshinoya beef bowls going, ooh, at least it's not McDonald's, you fucking disingenuous hypocrite. Yoshinoya's good though. I mean, it is cheap. You're not wrong. Like, what are we even arguing here? Why are you letting him divide us? Eating a McDonald's sandwich that isn't sold in North America when you're in Japan, not okay. Eating a fucking hamburger, which is sold in America, from a fast food restaurant that America doesn't have, culture. You don't know what the fuck, you're arguing for the sake of arguing, and you entered into the wrong fucking arena. If you want to do that, you should go to the schoolyard and try to get into some discourse with some people that are still in like the 3rd and the 4th fucking grade, because I'm coming packed with nuclear bombs here. Nobody on this planet has argued more vehemently about more useless shit in human history than yours truly. And you want to step in here? If I went to Japan, okay, LARPer, if you went to Japan, you would never go to McDonald's? Who the fuck cares? Nobody cares, man. If I wanted restaurant recommendations in Dayton, I would probably ask Google, but if I knew who you were, which I don't, you would be my number 2, okay? And I mean that in both senses of the word. Why did he get triggered? Only one person asked. +2, +2, lol, I can't. +2, +2, Put me in the clip. +2. Plus holy fuck. Sheesh. Peepo with his hand up. That's why. Chatter's delighted watching a public execution. That's the thing, is you should be thankful. That I'm in charge instead of chat. Because when we started instituting mob justice, they literally asked for everybody to be banned. Some people would come in and say, like, I'm going through a really hard time right now, but I appreciate your streams as like a consistent light in my life. They would get added by like 100 people and be like, permaban this dude, he's harshing the vibe. I'm like, you gotta chill. This is like the Ender's Game simulation. Let me get the spaceships, okay? And I think it's training, but then at the end of the day, it's not training because, well, I don't want to spoil the whole book for you, but you raised your voice. I was just a kid, man. Sorry, I can't be compelled to care about Afghanistan. My father was an alcoholic. My Afghanistan was hearing the key in the door every night. I know what you're referencing. I've seen your true face. In the history of bad tweets, obviously that's one of them. But the worst one, in my opinion, is still the one with the skeletons crawling all over the house on Halloween, and then the person posting like, I get decorations, but imagine if someone just had someone close to them die. How would they feel driving by this house? And you're like, skeletons, man. I don't know, it's like a 15-foot tall skeleton climbing a house. Tommy Need Drinky is also really bad. What is it? Between the Bernie Bros, the Tenant from Hell, this has been a cromulent crustable of a day. Tommy Needy Drinky. Ruth Conda Forever is horrible as well. Yeah, that's a bad one. She pwns my dick and balls. Okay, that's the Kevin Smith one is horrible, but... Oh, man. You know what tweet has had an indelible impact on, in my opinion, culture? Full stop. I think about it all the time. It's the one that is like throwback to the Halloween where I went to my friend's party dressed as the Babadook and they were having more of a grown-ups drinking wine sort of vibe. I think that's actually like, it should be in the Library of Congress. I get that it's easy to look down upon it because it's like a tweet instead of a novel, but I think about that tweet at least once every like 3 months. Whenever I don't fit in at something, I think about that tweet. Because literally, I brought my toddler to a school event that had more of a grown-ups drinking wine vibe. What about the Zach Fox tweet? That's like the picture when a white guy murders his family be like? The one where it's like him and his wife on a jet ski? It's just crazy how much that comes true. Like that's like satire, but it's also real, man. Miss Vicky's and a San Pellegrino was the rich kid snack at my school. I mean, that is... A San Pellegrino for a little kid like in school, that is pretty crazy. I don't know if this is real, but I saw a story on Twitter, and I'll give the librarian some help here. But the body of the tweet kind of started with something like, man, rich kids are different. All these kids were talking about, they were in the lunchroom talking about airport lounges at airports around the world. All of a sudden, one kid started crying, and I went over to see what the problem was, and I thought it was that he was like, his family didn't take him on vacations, and it turns out he was crying that he couldn't relate because his family always flew private planes. Look at how he found it and posted the story before I even finished it, man. That's crazy. It's a funny story. That's comedy. It's subverting the expectations. Poor kid, man. Well, the irony is that it is like, you know, you feel bad for the kid because kids just want to, you know, they don't get it. They just want to relate. People really do find ways to be a victim. Bro, you're beefing with like a 9-year-old right now. They just want to have friends. Okay, so I got a dilemma. My wife sent me 2 Instagram reels. Should I watch them on camera here so I can reply? Dada said he wishes he could do his hair too. And this is how I found him with my daughters.
What is happening here? What did you do to Daddy?
This is the new me.
You're fabulous, Dada. You're so beautiful.
Thank you, my favorite daughters.
Dude, that's... I gotta say, that is too real. It is 2 little girls, I'm gonna say age 1.5 and 4. And they are just putting stickers on their dad's bald head while he looks at his phone. I've been there. I've been there for sure. Now I'll craft my message. OMG, the dad with the stickers while he looks at his phone is so me. Okay. There's some marriage advice for you. Loving tennis is 1% coded. Look at how easy it is to get you to hate your fellow man. Just because of the sport of choice. The NFL is a blue-collar sport, bro. Sure, once you get drafted, you're making, you know, $75 million over the course of your contract as like a 25-year-old. But liking tennis, a sport where you only need 2 rackets and a $2 ball, that's 1% coded. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. You know what's a really blue-collar sport? Is a sport where you need like $1,000 in pads and 32 other motherfuckers in a huge bespoke field with 2 uprights on it. Not to mention 12 coaches, 17 referees, 60,000 people in the stands. Oh, no, NASCAR, the one with the $4 million Ford Focuses. That's blue-collar, man, not tennis. I mean, look at this. Bro, you think he's not part of the 1%? Oh, he's wearing shorts and a headband. You need a $1 million home to access a court? Respectfully, what the fuck are you talking about? Holy.
Bold, send us in the quick sort. But
I get to play it because there's not people who hate it.
Well, Ramon, remember, like we broke it. It's over. Like it's cycled.
Oh, we've seen every category.
Yeah.
But my memory's terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a whirl.
Oh, do you need the password by it, or did I type it?
You did. I didn't write the stuff until we all started talking about it.
I'm gonna run copy real quick, but
sure, yeah, no sweat. What year was backshotting invented? You know what? That's a great. This is just a question for you. Maybe I'm gonna pose the answer first instead of the question. First time two human beings had sex, 100% doggy style, right? Because they were still basically animals.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no shot position 1 was missionary. Like that wasn't in the it wasn't in the genome.
It was in the buff. I think you say Bible.
I don't know enough to combat this argument, but it sounds wrong.
Well, what do you think it is? Reverse cowgirl?
It might not have been doggy style. It might have been like laying on your side and hitting it from the back.
Spooning?
Kinda, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say prone bone, and I'm like, that shit didn't get invented until like 2016.
Wait, what the hell is prone bone?
Prone bone is when the person receiving is laying completely flat like a worm, and then you're hitting it from the back.
Oh, okay.
The old prone bone.
I've never heard it referred to.
I maintain that didn't exist. What would you call it? Worm style?
No.
Oh
yeah,
pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Justin would be into that one. Yeah.
I like that.
Isn't she a witch in the
This
TV
is
show too?
pseudoscience.
That's what I
and I'm
mean,
gonna
yeah.
Stick by that.
Oh, okay.
Dude, this is easy.
Yeah, it should not be too hard.
This is vibes.
I maintain
Calories
that calories
per
aren't real.
cup. Very low.
So
like,
low.
like zero?
Not zero.
I'm
But
gonna
like
say
I'm gonna put it here just to leave some space
Yeah.
in case.
I'm gonna say
I guess it would
9
be-
calories per cup.
That's a lot of
Sirloin
calories.
steak.
It's gonna be up there.
Gotta imagine
think
that's
so?
like
Not
a
super high sirloin, not super fatty,
300
right?
maybe 300.
Yeah.
We'll stick it right here, and then we'll give a little space on the left, a little space on the right. Maybe they'll give us an ice cream sundae or something. That's a lot.
Like, it's like
not
literally.
More than, it's not more than steak, is it?
I would think
It's
a
gonna be
little
near
less
it.
than steak.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, it's a cup of steak. It's not a. Oh no.
Penis?
Pens.
That's probably
I'm
trash.
sure you're not eating it.
I hope so.
I think a cup of rice is more than a cup of steak, because there's a lot of rice in a cup.
I think
of
it's
rice.
Butter's gonna be
possible.
like the most, right?
But butter's got to be
For a
pretty high.
cup of butter, it's gonna be the high.
I know this is
There's
not
a
a,
lot of
slot, but I'm gonna touch these two jabronis right here.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well slit.
Thank you,
Give me
sir.
like ice
Thank you.
cream sundae, dude. Oh, that's
like
the
the
most,
most?
probably.
You think it's more than butter?
I think it's less than butter.
I think it's less than
Pure
butter.
Really?
sugar.
Yeah, but fat is more dense than sugar.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah.
I'll go with the group. I don't know about it though.
Ants.
Ants. Oh fuck. Wait.
It is technically.
Bro, throw it in the trash. Are you crazy? No, that's the wrong trash.
Trash.
Oh fuck! I'm screwed. I'm so sorry. I forgot he
The
screwed
trash is
it.
gone forever.
Bro was thinking about where to put ants.
What? You can eat them?
People eat ants.
That's butter and sugar. It's more. It's combined. You gotta have
It's
more.
not. No.
What?
I think it's more than sugar, but less than butter. It can't be more than. How can it be more than both?
It can't be more than both.
That doesn't make sense. That it could be
Ants
more than
definitely
both.
have calories.
I gotta see this chocolate ice cream thing, man.
Yeah, it might be. Well, no.
There's no way it's more than butter.
It's not more than butter. Butter's gonna be the tippy top, right?
You can eat ants.
You can eat ants.
Wow.
Chocolate ice
Okay,
cream lower than egg or soy?
I guess if you want to lose weight, eat some chocolate ice cream, man. What the fuck? That shit blew my fucking mind.
Bro, maybe ants will just fall in the trash. Yo!
Wow.
Corey! You genius!
What happened?
That can
It fell in the
happen?
trash?
Yeah, the ants fell in the trash.
I did that on purpose. I also got a raid right as you yelled at me, and I was like,
Sorry,
"What?
sorry,
I don't know
sorry.
what happened."
That was crazy tech, man. My rhymes are so sweet, they're covered in flowers. Your rhymes are so nasty, they take golden showers. Wave your hands in the air like you just don't fart. Wave a gun in your face like my name's Paul Blart.
Oh man!
Oh my
Damn, Justin.
I just stopped by on my way to the sperm bank. The teller gave me a hand, I call that a free wank. I'm too hot, my body's made of grill. So slap your wiener on me for a hell of a thrill.
Holy shit.
Oh no!
Hydrogen bomb versus hydrogen bomb?
Yeah, holy shit!
You guys better split the vote.
I don't know,
shit.
man. I haven't
They were
seen
both
Ryan
good.
cook that hard in a while, man.
Wow!
Like you had like an 8 out of 10, and Ryan had like a 10 out of 10. That was crazy.
Dude.
That was crazy.
I thought they were both really good.
They were.
Both really good.
Oh.
Most of the raps we do were like 3 out of 10, man. 8 out of 10 ain't nothing.
I basically
in this
flipped
game.
I flipped a coin.
Only the last round matters anyway.
True.
That is true.
Justin does have 0 points.
I mean, it was pretty good too. You want to be me, but you're just too sucking my dick. I'm coming too much. It's making me sick. Word on the street is that you're full of salami. Now let me get some of that spicy pastrami.
What's wrong with fun?
Yeah. Well, that was weird, right?
That was something, though.
So little talent.
So little talent, so much disgust.
Point your gun at me.
Point your gun at me, go ahead, I'll bust. I'm about to kick it up and add some salt. I'm a nut and it's all your fault. Do you guys just fuck already? Jesus
I knew
Christ.
it was gonna be a really gay.
Oh my god.
The all come round. The all come round.
Holy shit.
Just wrap it on a pile of gum. Oh man.
Oh god, I voted for Justin because he had 0 points last round. I felt bad.
Oh, sympathy vote.
I voted on merit.
Speak up.
Better speak up, you're quiet as a squeak. Your raps are like rock versus water, not very effective. Here's my message, you're guaranteed to lose. To find the corpse of your career, we'll need a detective.
Did you try to A, B, A, B?
Yeah, that's what he tried to do.
You didn't rhyme the A's, man. That was A, B, C, B.
Compared to my words, yours are stinky. You're babbling so much, let me give you a binky. I'm the law around here and you're a rapscallion. You're just a private, I'm the whole damn battalion. Oh, kind of a little bit of a juvenile rhyming scheme really, but I understand. A, B, B, okay.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't do the
ABCB, it's kind of
A, B, C, B.
ABCB.
ABCB kind of wild.
That's a bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
If you had gone for A, B, A, B, I think you would have had something there, man, but... Ghibli, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
What happened?
What a fucking freak.
Let the record
Busy,
show.
man.
Chibli posted a picture of Lois in a saw trap from Family Guy with Stewie as Jigsaw on the screen saying, "Hello, Lois."
Okay, that is the, yeah, okay.
And then I said delete this.
What's that? You got a frog in your nuts? A little guy hopping around in your guts? I'm done being nice. This ain't no frog day. I removed the frog from your nuts, but not in a gay way. It's a fucking concept album.
Yeah. There's a story.
The theming. How did the other line have frog in it again? Oh, because you wrote it, that's right.
Just put on your coat and run to the Mars. Head up with Elon, maybe he'll sell you some bars. If I saw you online, I would swipe north. Now check this out. This line, it's the 4th.
They told you direction and
Yes, they told me direction. And if I went anything other than right, I was fucking screwed, man.
Mine asked me to name a holiday, and I said Frog Day.
I don't know, man. It also asked for a location, and then it was like, oh, going to the Mars. Like, come on, man.
Oh, man.
wait, it said location. You type Mars and it said the Mars.
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny.
AI fixes this.
Hello, Lois.
Ghibli!
Just in time, Jib.
This is just like the time Stewie
guys.
put Lois in the saw trap.
Oh, Peter! Remember that one time I was in the storm trap?
Storm traps. Saw fuck.
Is that a scalpel on the ground in that picture? What is this?
Yeah, because she's gonna keys in her eye, bro. You've never seen Saw?
Oh, I haven't.
What the
There's a
fuck?
wrong trap for that.
Dude.
Oh, I see. There's an X-ray of her eye.
You guys picking apart the art of Lois Griffin in a soul trap with Peter Griffin on the jigsaw?
That's not. That's Stewie Griffin.
Oh fuck! Guys, I've been awake for like a minute and a half. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's absolutely somebody's. So you found this last night and saved it to your phone just to upload today when you woke up?
No, I saw it like 3 minutes ago.
Would you say, is ISIS a brand?
Yeah, I'd say so.
People are going to be very questioning of my joke. All I can say is I was backed into a corner.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Tesseract Challenge? Have you heard of the Talisman Challenge? I'm not picking either of those two, so I had to pick the third one, and then the joke wrote itself at that point.
ISIS challenge?
Like any mortal man, you're running out of time.
I really tried to make the Talisman Challenge work, okay? But I just couldn't get anything out of it.
That's so funny.
Come, Mr. Talisman, Talisman banana.
Now, let's switch gears.
I'm big on bananas, dude. I feel like a monkey.
I feel like I can hold my own in a rap game. For some reason, joke mode,
Remember
I
to
really
say
struggle.
your catchphrase.
Rhyming's a little easy. Honestly.
I like my sex like I like my hamburger that explodes in my mouth.